My cousin stole the money I saved for my son's surgery. He'll be fine. Kids heal fast. She smiled, booking a trip to Paris. But week later, she regretted it. When my cousin Kelly posted that Instagram story of her holding up a glass of champagne on a flight to Paris, something felt off. I couldn't place it at first. Then I saw her designer carry-on in the next shot, and my stomach dropped. It was the same day I noticed the money was missing from my account. I'm still trying to process everything that's happened in the last 48 hours. Maybe writing it down will help me figure out what to do next. My son Koa is 7, and he needs corrective surgery for his leg. He was born with a condition that affects his walking. It's not life-threatening, but it impacts everything he does. The doctors say the surgery will help him walk normally, run and play like other kids. I've been saving for 2 years. Every extra shift, every weekend, every holiday, all went into that surgery fund. $12,000. It's not exactly fortune, but when you're working at a factory and raising a kid alone, it might as well be $1 million. I kept it in a separate savings account, watching it grow slowly. Koa and I would check the balance together sometimes, talking about all the things he'd be able to do after the surgery. Kelly moved in with my sister Violet temporarily 3 months ago after losing her job. She was always around our place, playing with Koa, bringing him little treats. Looking back, I should have seen the signs. She kept asking about the surgery date, about the payment plans, about which account I was keeping the money in. I thought she was just being supportive. Last Thursday, I logged into my account during lunch break to move some money around. The surgery fund was empty. Just gone. I called the bank immediately. They confirmed several transfers made to a different account over the past week. Small amounts, probably hoping I wouldn't notice right away. I felt sick. I tried calling Kelly. No answer. Texted. Nothing. Then the Instagram stories started popping up. First the airport, then the champagne, then the fucking Eiffel Tower. Each post was like a punch to the gut. She wasn't even trying to hide it. I called Violet, who was just as shocked. She mentioned going to Paris, but she said she'd been saving up. Violet said. Harvey, I had no idea. She used my Wi-Fi, my laptop sometimes. I'm so sorry. Koa asked me yesterday why I looked so upset. How do you explain to a 7-year-old that someone he trusted took his chance to walk normally? He showed me the keychain of the Eiffel Tower that Kelly had given him last week. Look, Dad, just like where cousin Kelly is now. The same fucking keychain she probably bought with his surgery money. I finally got through to Kelly this morning on WhatsApp. Her profile picture shows her at some cafe, croissant in hand. When I confronted her about the money, her response made my blood boil. Oh, come on, Harvey. You're being dramatic. It's not like it's emergency surgery. He'll be fine. Kids heal fast. Besides, I really needed this trip. Do you know how depressing it is being unemployed? I'll pay you back eventually. Eventually. Like my son's childhood is just supposed to wait for her to get around to it. I've documented everything. The transfers, the timestamps, the conversations. I'm not letting this slide. Kelly seems to think that family ties mean she can just take what she wants without consequences. She's about to learn differently. Violet is helping me figure out next steps. The bank is investigating the transfers, but they said it might be complicated since Kelly had access to my Wi-Fi and devices while at my house. She knew exactly what she was doing, making it look like the transfers came from my IP address. The surgery was scheduled for next month. Now I have to call tomorrow and cancel it. The thought of telling Koa makes me sick. He's been marking off days on his calendar, talking about playing soccer with his friends after he recovers. I'm not looking for advice about whether to press charges or go to the police. That decision's already made. I'm going tomorrow morning. What I can't figure out is how to tell my son that his surgery isn't happening. At least not soon. How do I explain that someone he loves chose a vacation over his ability to walk properly? Kelly keeps posting stories from Paris like nothing's wrong. Designer shops, fancy restaurants, tourist spots. Each post tags her location. Each one bought with money that was supposed to help my son walk. She even had the nerve to post a photo of some charity donation box at Notre Dame with the caption "Feeling blessed, giving back." I've muted her on everything, but Violet keeps sending me screenshots. You need to document everything, she says. She's right. Each post is basically a confession, showing exactly where my son's surgery money went. The worst part, some of our family members are already trying to smooth things over. She's going through a hard time, they say. She'll pay it back. Like that makes it okay. Like my son's childhood is just supposed to be collateral damage for Kelly's hard time. I'm not backing down. Not this time. Koa deserves better than eventually. Update. Kelly just posted another story. She's holding up a glass of wine at some rooftop bar. Caption says living my best life. Sorry not sorry. That's fine. Keep posting, Kelly. Keep showing everyone exactly who you are. I'll be at the police station first thing tomorrow. Update. First, thank you everyone for the support on my last post. A lot has happened in the past week and none of it is what I expected. I thought filing a police report would be the hard part. Turns out, that was just the beginning. The police were straightforward. Since Kelly had access to my Wi-Fi and devices while staying at my place, they're treating this as a civil matter. They took my statement and documentation but told me I'd probably need to pursue it through small claims court. Not exactly the response I was hoping for, but at least everything's officially documented now. Meanwhile, Kelly's Paris adventure keeps unfolding on social media like some twisted reality show. Yesterday she posted a haul video, 3 luxury handbags, new shoes, and what she called her Paris wardrobe upgrade. The total she casually mentioned spending would cover Koa's surgery and recovery therapy. She even tagged the stores and added, "Living my dreams." Just, wow. But here's where it gets interesting. Remember my sister Violet? She did some digging and found out Kelly's been telling different stories to different family members. To our aunts, she claimed I offered to help fund her fresh start. To our cousins, she's saying the money was a loan we agreed on. To her parents, she insisted I was being generous because she's family. The stories keep changing, but they all have one thing in common. Somehow I'm the bad guy for wanting it back. Kelly's parents called me last night. They offered to help with some of the money, to keep peace in the family. Their idea of help, $2,000, paid in installments over 6 months. Because apparently, that's a fair solution when their daughter stole $12,000 from her cousin's disabled child. I told them I'd rather see them in court. The silence on their end was pretty telling. Koa's been asking questions. He's a smart kid. He noticed I took down the calendar where we were counting down to his surgery date. I tried explaining that we need to wait a little longer, but he just looked at me with those big eyes and asked, "Is it because cousin Kelly needed the money more than me?" 7 years old and he's already learning some hard lessons about family. I got a text from Kelly this morning. "Look, I get you're mad, but you're making this bigger than it needs to be. I'm not stealing, I'm borrowing. Besides, what's the rush? It's not like Koa's dying or anything. Kids are resilient." Resilient. Like that makes it okay. Violet's been amazing through all this. She's helped me document everything and even set up a spreadsheet tracking every purchase Kelly's broadcasting on social media. Evidence, she calls it. She's right, Kelly's basically building our case for us with every post and story. The family's split down the middle now. Half of them think I should be understanding, because Kelly's going through a phase. The other half are horrified but don't want to get involved. Only Violet's openly standing with me. She told our aunt, "A phase is getting a bad haircut or dating a drummer, not stealing a child's surgery money." I had to make some tough calls today. First, I canceled Koa's surgery reservation. The hospital put us back on the waiting list, but we lost our original spot. Then I called my bank again. They're still investigating, but at least they've flagged the unauthorized transfers. Small victories, I guess. Kelly finally answered one of my calls today. Want to know her brilliant solution? She suggested I just start a GoFundMe or something, because she's not in a position to pay right now. When I reminded her about the designer shopping spree she just posted, she actually said, "That's different. I needed those things for my image. How else am I supposed to network for a new job?" The real kicker came this evening. Kelly posted a long Instagram story about toxic family members and learning to put yourself first. She even threw in some quotes about negative energy and letting go of people who don't support your growth. The irony would be funny if it wasn't so infuriating. I'm meeting with a lawyer next week. Violet found someone who does free initial consultations. The family's already calling me dramatic for bringing lawyers into family business. But you know what? I watched Koa try to keep up with his friends at the park today, limping but determined. That's all the motivation I need. Here's the latest development. Kelly's back from Paris. Instead of laying low, she's hosting a Parisian-themed dinner party to share her travel experiences. She actually had the nerve to invite me and Koa. The invitation text read, "Let's put all this drama behind us. Koa would love to see the presents I got him." Presents. Like some tourist trinkets could make up for stealing his surgery money. I've got the lawyer meeting on Tuesday. Kelly doesn't know yet, but she's about to learn that actions have consequences, family or not. She thinks I'm overreacting. Fine. Let's see how she reacts when she gets served with court papers at her little Paris-themed party. Update 2. Sometimes karma needs a little push. After my last update, things got worse before they got better. But I finally found a way to make Kelly face reality. I didn't go to her Parisian dinner party, but Violet did. She recorded everything on her phone, not secretly, just openly Instagram storying like everyone else there. Kelly was in full performance mode, showing off her Paris photos on her iPad, bragging about every purchase. Then she got to a video that made my blood boil. She was at some cafe, holding up her glass to the camera. "Shout out to my cousin Harvey's savings account for making this trip possible. Sorry not sorry." Her friends were laughing in the background. She actually recorded herself admitting to stealing the money, thinking it was funny. Violet sent me the video immediately. Kelly noticed and started screaming at her to delete it. "It was a joke. You're ruining the party." The whole thing devolved into chaos, with Kelly's parents trying to calm everyone down while Kelly kept yelling about family betrayal. Here's where it gets interesting. Remember how Kelly's been job hunting? Turns out she actually landed a position at a local company, starting next week. Well, not anymore. Violet found the job posting online. It was for a financial coordinator position. You know, handling company money. The job description specifically mentioned high ethical standards and handling confidential financial information. I sent the hiring manager a simple email with links to Kelly's public social media posts about her Paris trip. Just the facts. Here's your future financial coordinator, bragging about stealing $12,000 from a child surgery fund. No emotional appeal, no drama. Just her own words and actions. Kelly lost the job offer within hours. She showed up at my house that night, pounding on the door. How dare you? You ruined my career. I was going to pay you back with that job. Koa was terrified by the screaming. I had to call the police to get her to leave. They recognized her from my previous report about the theft. Her parents finally saw the video from the party. Their tone changed completely. Instead of defending her, they're now demanding she sell her designer bags and Paris wardrobe to start paying back the money. Kelly's response? She locked herself in her old room at their house and started posting Instagram stories about being attacked by toxic family members and how no one understands mental health struggles. The real breakthrough came during a family dinner at our grandparents' house. Kelly tried to play victim again, but this time was different. Our grandfather, who never takes sides in family drama, spoke up. He'd been watching her social media posts all along, seeing her spend money that was meant for his great-grandson's surgery. You bought 3 designer bags while Koa can barely walk properly, he said. The whole room went silent. Shame on you. Kelly started crying, but not her usual dramatic tears. For the first time, she looked genuinely shocked. Nobody was buying her excuses anymore. Her own parents backed me up when I mentioned the civil court case. Then she tried one last manipulation. But I'm family. How could you do this to family? My response was simple. Koa is family too. You chose bags over his ability to walk. The fallout was immediate. Kelly's mom went through her recent purchases and started listing them on resale sites. Her dad called my lawyer to work out a repayment plan. Kelly's still resistant, but now she's isolated. No more family enablers, no more excuses. The designer bags are being sold. The Paris wardrobe is going too. Kelly's parents are making her move back home and taking control of her finances until everything's paid back. They found out she has other debt too. Apparently, the Paris trip wasn't the only impulsive spending she'd been hiding. Violet's been helping list things online. Every time Kelly sees another item sold, she starts a new drama. Yesterday she tried claiming some items were gifts that we had no right to sell. Her mom shut that down fast. Gifts bought with stolen money aren't gifts. The money's starting to come back slowly. Not enough for Koa's surgery yet, but it's progress? Kelly's dad set up a direct deposit from their account to mine monthly payments until it's all repaid. Kelly tried to cancel it, but they're not giving her access to any accounts anymore. The family dynamic has shifted completely. Kelly's not getting invited to gatherings. Her cousins unfollowed her on social media. Even her closest friends are distancing themselves after seeing how she's handled all this. Last night, Kelly posted a news story. Sometimes hitting rock bottom makes you realize who you really are. Attached was a screenshot of her deleted Paris posts. Maybe reality's finally sinking in. Or maybe not. Just got a text from her. Hope you're happy. My life is ruined and it's all your fault. No, Kelly. You did this to yourself. And now everyone knows it. The court date is still set for next month, but her parents are pushing her to settle before then. Either way, Koa's getting his surgery money back. It's just a matter of time. Final update. I didn't expect to be writing another update, but after yesterday's events, I need to share what happened. Karma finally caught up with Kelly in the most unexpected way. It started with Koa's rescheduled surgery consultation. Kelly's parents have been making the monthly repayments as promised, and we finally had enough for the down payment. As I was sitting in the waiting room filling out paperwork, my phone started blowing up with messages. Kelly had shown up at her parents' house in hysterics. She'd just been rejected from another job. Apparently, her social media history keeps coming back to haunt her. Every time someone Googles her name, they find her Paris post bragging about using borrowed money. The internet never forgets. Instead of taking responsibility, she stormed into their house demanding they fix it. Her mom refused. That's when Kelly lost it. She started grabbing her mom's designer bags, screaming that if they were going to sell her things, she'd sell theirs too. Her dad recorded the whole meltdown on his phone, not to shame her, but because he's learned to document everything now. In the video, you can hear Kelly screaming, "You chose Harvey over me, your own daughter. I hope you're happy with your new favorite child." Her mom's response was perfect. "No, we chose what's right over what's wrong. We failed you by never teaching you the difference." That's when Kelly started throwing things. She grabbed her mom's phone and tried deleting the video, but it was already backed up to the cloud. In her rage, she picked up a vase, a family heirloom from our great-grandmother, and smashed it against the wall. The neighbors called the police after hearing the commotion. When officers arrived, Kelly tried telling them her parents were abusing her by selling her belongings. The officers, who remembered her from the previous incidents at my house, weren't buying it. Her parents didn't press charges, but they did something worse in Kelly's mind. They cut her off completely. No more paying her phone bill. No more emergency credit card. No more living in their house. They told her she needed professional help, and they'd support that. But nothing else until she takes responsibility. Kelly's response: she went nuclear on social media. Started posting exposed stories about everyone in the family. Most were obviously fake. She claimed Violet had stolen from stores, never happened. That I was misusing Koa's surgery money for gambling, completely false. That her parents had abused her growing up, they spoiled her, if anything. Nobody believed her. Her followers had watched her Paris shopping spree, seen her brag about using borrowed money, and witnessed her steady meltdown over the past months. The comments were brutal. Wasn't this the girl who stole her disabled cousin's surgery money? Still playing victim after stealing from a child. She tried deleting the comments, but they kept coming. Finally, she posted a tearful video claiming she was being cyberbullied and needed to take a break for her mental health. 10 minutes later, she was posting on her backup account, asking if anyone had a spare room she could crash in. Nobody offered. Here's the real karma though. Remember that financial coordinator position she lost? The company posted the job again. Guess who got it? Violet. She started last week. When Kelly found out, she showed up at the office, causing such a scene that security had to escort her out. Now she has a trespassing warning too. The family gathered for dinner last night. Without Kelly. Her parents brought the final check to cover the remaining surgery money. As we were sitting there, Kelly started spam calling everyone, switching between threats and tearful apologies. Nobody picked up. Her last message to me read, "I hope you're happy. You've turned everyone against me. I'll never forgive you for this." I didn't respond. I was too busy helping Koa pack his overnight bag for the hospital. His surgery is scheduled for tomorrow morning. Kelly's mom pulled me aside before leaving. She was crying but not from sadness. "Thank you," she said, "for having the courage to stand up to her. We should have done it years ago." This morning, something unexpected happened. A package arrived at my door. Inside was an envelope with $2,000 in cash and a handwritten note. "Dear Harvey and Koa, this is all the money I have left. I sold my laptop and some other things. I'm sorry it's not more. I'm sorry for everything. I know sorry isn't enough, but it's all I have right now. Kelly." I added the money to Koa's recovery fund. He'll need physical therapy after the surgery, and every bit helps. As for Kelly, last I heard, she's staying at a youth hostel, applying for jobs under a different name, and finally starting therapy. Her parents are sticking to their boundaries. They'll pay for counseling, but nothing else until she shows real change. Koa's surgery is in 12 hours. He's nervous but excited. This morning he said something that put everything in perspective. "Dad, when I can run, I'm going to run so fast that all the bad stuff can't catch us. Run fast, kid. You've earned it." This will be my last update. Thank you all for the support throughout this journey. Sometimes standing up to family is the hardest thing to do, but it's also the most necessary.